Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Come on in. Come on in. Another episode of Car Chronicles. Come on in. There's always something to talk about on my commute into the office. Come on in. We got some things to talk about. I want to do a temperature check to see how you all are feeling. Come on in, please. Come on in. Like the video, like, share, subscribe. Let's talk about it. Ooh, child, it's a lot going on, per usual. I say that as though yesterday it wasn't a lot going on, right? It's a lot. Only the strong can survive. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Please like the video as you come on in. Good morning. You know, our government is just the gift that keeps on giving, right? How many of y'all are tapped out? You don't know if you're going or coming, child. It's so much. It's so much. It's so much. Come on in. Come on in. This is an episode of Car Chronicles as I drive into my office. Today is going to be no different than the other episode of Car Chronicles, where I'm going to talk my talk and talk about current events and the things that are going on with our economy, the USA, our president, our what we want to call Elon, our honorary VP. Elon is like the honorary VP. He like that one. Elon is like Kamala, like how she slid up in the White House and nobody damn vote for her. That's how Elon is, because nobody vote for Kamala. Remember, nobody want to vote for her. That's how she got in there with Biden. So she eased her way on in there and then tried to kind of navigate from the back door to get into the top dog seat, and it just didn't quite work out that way. But she tried it. So Elon is our honorary VP, the honorary, because child, we know him. We know him and what he doing probably more than what we know about what's that other man named Vance? Yeah, JD Vance. We know more about what Elon is doing than what JD Vance is doing. The most we got out of JD Vance was that day when he was in the White House and he took his jacket off. I promise you, when he was talking to Zelensky, that man looked like he wanted to. JD had the energy of like he wanted to put hands and feet on that man. Like it was like, that I got time today cuz energy. That's the kind of energy that JD Vance had on Zelensky. That's how he popped out on us, because I promise you we ain't seen him since goddamn they won. Since the votes came in and he got up there and did his Easter speech. But listen, in that meeting, the way he looked like he was about to do something. I'm just saying, JD looked like he was about to do something that day. He was like, listen, I'm back, bitches. I'm here. I'm here. What you want, Elon? What you want? Remember, Elon was going back and forth with Marco Rubio last week. He wasn't goddamn going back and forth with JD Vance. Y'all think JD Vance would kick Elon's ass? Cause JD, listen, I did time. I was in the damn military. I will whoop your goddamn ass. I will kick your ass all the way back to goddamn the motherland. That's the energy. That's the energy I got from JD Vance that day in the office. Like, anybody can get it. You can get an ass whooping. You can get an ass whooping. You can get an ass whooping. That is the energy I got. JD, we need to see more of you, sir. We're going to need to see more of you, sir. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, DJ. I can't get into the comments, y'all. I'm be cutting up, but y'all, I'm damn trying to drive, focus on the road, so I can't see y'all comments. I'll try to read the comments when I can. But listen, it's a lot going on. But Trump said, listen, goddamn it, shut up. The interest rates are down and energy is down. Shit. He talking about it's only been goddamn 8.5 days I've been in this position. Bear with my goddamn ass. Y'all know I'm old. Give me some grace. Just like y'all gave Biden grace for 4 years. God damn it, I'm gonna need for y'all to give me some grace. Shit. So President Trump want us to give some grace. He like, listen, put some respect on my name. I inherit some effed up stuff. Like he was like, listen, this shit was effed up. Like I need for y'all to understand how effed up this shit was. Because when you understand how effed up it was, you can see that it's not going to be overnight that this shit gonna be fixed. Even though I got effed up overnight. Because he talking about Biden came in there effing up, undoing stuff, doing stupid shit. He was like, Biden came in there doing stupid shit. So he got to try to kind of undo a lot of that stuff. And he's like, listen, y'all, listen, Linda, listen, work with me, work with me, work with me. I've talked about it on my channel before, growing pains. That's what I call it. But that's basically kind of what he's saying is that, y'all, we going through some things. I guess he equating it to like in your relationship. Maybe you got married in the first 2 years. No, we ain't gonna quite. We gonna first 6 years, because y'all I've been married since forever, over 20 years. So first 6 years. Once you get like that, shit just start getting real rough around the year 6. Come on, somebody, y'all let me know in the comments that around year 6, things are, they start to be a little different. They start to be a little different. It's the reason why divorces take place at that time. But it's still really the beginning of the union. So Trump is like, listen, we're still in the very beginning stages. Even though it feels like it's been damn near a year, don't it feel like it's got them ass been in at least a damn full pregnancy cycle? It feel like he been in there at least somebody. Listen, at least from the time somebody got knocked up until labor and delivery, it does feel like he been in there that long. Where we didn't have the fun, and then we didn't got the oh shit, what is this? And then we didn't got okay, it is time to push this shit hurt. Like we didn't went through that whole cycle. And if you know, we didn't went through that whole cycle with all the parts and the feelings associated with it, all in less than 90 days. So yes, if it's a lot. It feels like a lot. And I have to too remind myself as well that we're still in the very beginning of all of this. So I heard someone talk about already putting out there, wow, like yesterday, they were like, wow, with the way it's going for them, it's probably going to be hard for, when it's time for, the election year again, and when the Republicans run, it's going to probably be a challenge for them to try to get a win but I had to really think about that. And I'm like, it is so early to be making a statement really like that, because y'all, like, legit, y'all, do y'all understand we in the fucking first, y'all, we are still in the first 3 months where they say you don't give his ass none, even though we usually do. You know how they say don't give his fucking ass none for the goddamn first 90 days? And we act like we wasn't told that, and that's child, it's on and popping in probably 72 hours. That is what we're dealing with. It is on and popping. We are still in the first 72 hours, and it is on and popping. That's what we're dealing with. So we have to kind of keep that in mind with just like the context of like time, like really time. And I think the reason why it feels like it's so long is because he came into the office just blazing with the things that he was doing like out the gate. So he was just kicking out them executive orders, and a lot of them, I know I was here for them, especially that one. Let me tell you, that one I mainly was here for. I think the one I was mainly here for was the one where the boys cannot play sports with the girls. I need for somebody to step up to the front of the congregation to explain to me why it makes sense in any sport for a boy to be able to play with a girl. I'm just struggling with understanding why that's even a argument. Like, how, Sway? Like, how do I sit back and forth? How do I sit and go back and forth with you about why your son should not play volleyball with my daughter? I'm just trying to fucking understand. Help me, y'all. I got a goddamn hour and a half ride. Y'all got that loan to help me goddamn understand that part. Because I'm still stuck on that part. I'm stuck on that part. And I have not heard any answer that makes damn sense. The best I hear them say is, well, John Boy feels like Mary Sue on Thursdays. So on Thursdays, I feel like he should be able to play soccer. I mean, I'm sorry, volleyball. On Thursdays, when he feeling like Mary Sue, he should be able to feel volleyball. Now, when he feeling like Steve on goddamn Monday, he can play football. He need to be able to have choices. What the? John Boy need to be able to have choices. If he feeling like Steve on Monday, he need to be able to play football. If he feeling like Mary Sue on Thursday, he need to be able to play volleyball with her. Like, y'all see how crazy this sound, but this is what it's giving. So I was really excited about that. And that's the type of stuff, if someone want to, know like, well, why you support them? Why? Like, it's that stuff, that common sense stuff. It's the common sense stuff that got me. So that was it for me. And everybody who voted for whoever, they got their thing. Like, some folks was like stuck on the DEI, like, you can't tell that wasn't me. So there, listen, everybody got their thing. Everybody got their damn thing on what they was stuck on. I told you I was stuck on John Boy feeling fucking like he can play with Mary Sue on Thursdays and then go play with David on Mondays. You need to pick one. I'm gonna need for you to pick one, and it needs to be that other one. get your feelings, get your feelings together and decide where you want to land, because all this confusion, and then we supposed to just move along with it. Okay, well, John Boy on Mondays, he want to be in the room with the boys, in the locker room with the boys, but then on Thursdays he want to be in there with the girl. Like, that doesn't work for me. And listen, you all, I have children. I have sons, 2 sons and a daughter. So when I speak from both sides, because I'm raising both. So I like to consider myself kind of pretty balanced, but a lot of it has to do too with I'm raising both. I have everything, in my house. Shit, I got a goddamn dog. So I got a dog, I got 2 sons and a daughter. So I understand all these just different things that impacts just how the people, like, from a common sense level. And it's just like, people don't operate from common sense anymore. People just stuck in their feelings. Well, my son should be able to play wherever he wants to play. Okay, Becky, okay, Keisha, okay, but he need to go play with the ones that got the same body parts that he got. All right, Dr. J. He need to go play with the ones that got the body parts that he got. Like, why he got to play with my daughter with this? He can play video games with her, but why he got to wrestle and tussle with her? Why he got to play sports and things where there's going to be some type of physical interaction? Well, why he got to do that? Why he can't just watch TV with her? Why he got to be able to have free reign to put her in a headlock? Why he got to be able to put my baby in a headlock? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's that stuff. Like, y'all, like, I'm trying to take it down to the basic level of understanding for people to understand what the argument is. People want their sons to be able to put other people's daughters in a headlock, like, for real. And it's just like, no, that is not okay. It's not okay. And that ain't got nothing to do with a political thing, a religious thing. That's just a humane thing. Like, it's just not okay. So Trump said, calm down. It's still early. I got some things in the works. Just work with them. Just work with me. Just work with me. Now, Michigan, New York, y'all might not have some damn power for a minute, but goddamn it, work with me. Get you some candles. Because remember, the Canadian premier said, we couldn't, listen, that electricity that y'all like, oh, Y'all better be glad Christmas has passed, because it wouldn't have been no goddamn Christmas lights popping off out there, because ain't shit would have been illuminated, you know. So listen, it's the little things, y'all. We got people now who gonna be struggling to pay a light bill even more so than they were before, even more so than what they was before, because they got this tariff now on their light bill. It's 25% bill. That I think that they got hit with that yesterday. So that was New York, um, Michigan, and I think Massachusetts. It was 3 states, and so they got the tariff hit on the electricity. So listen, Trump, like, listen, yeah, all right, then, you might not have some lights for a minute, but shit, damn it, shit, just, just some of y'all probably have experienced not having some lights. Don't act like it's your first time not having no goddamn power. So he like, listen, just chill. So that's kind of where he is on that. I also seen, did y'all see that? So remember, people was all mad. I think I talked about it a couple of weeks ago. Elon Musk saying he wanted to get Doge needs to get access to the treasury payment system, and the American people, a lot of them at least, were like, the hell you say, especially them Democrats. So they took him to court. New York said, sir, calm down. She was like, no, you can't be doing all that. Simmer down, simmer down. Shit, simmer down. So he went through another court, the DC court. So the DC court actually just came back saying, hey, we're giving you authorization to, we're saying the hold for you, we're releasing that hold. Basically, go in there and do what you need to do, Doge. If you need to look at these treasury payments, go in there and do that. That is what the DC courts is saying. Now, here's the thing. The New York judge ruling is still in effect. So where I'm confused at, and y'all can put in the comments, one court system, DC, said, Joe's, do your thing, do your thing. New York court system is a woman. She was like, the hell you say? No, you can't do that. What you need to, why you need to be all up in a bit? I'm not understanding why you need to do all that, Elon. Elon. I don't understand why you need to be doing all that. So she ruled against it. So I'm confused as to, okay, whose ruling is going to stand, because if one is saying yay, one is saying nay, like, which one goes? And that's the part I'm confused on. And I could chat GPT couldn't even goddamn give me an answer. So chat GPT even fucking confused, like, who? Because it wasn't like one of them was like a higher court. It's almost like it was just two different courts from two different states that was ruling on it. So I don't know if, okay, one part of the country, he do got access to be able to look at stuff, but then say New York, for people who live there, he don't have access to be able to look at their stuff. But the DC court was like, listen, we don't really see nothing wrong with what he's trying to do. You all, the Democrat, whoever probably was arguing, they were like, you guys haven't proven your point why it would be detrimental for them to gain access to look at the information that they're wanting to look at for these audits or whatever. You didn't prove your point. Like, you have not presented anything to me that says that it is going to put the American people at jeopardy if you were to look at this information. That is what the DC judge said. That was the ruling. So therefore, the judge ruled, Doge, do your thing, do your thing. Whatever you're trying to do, where you need to have access. I think it's 2 people that was supposed to be granted access to it. So judge was like, yes, go ahead. Those 2 people can go in there and make it do what they need to do. The New York judge, it's like, listen, I need to understand how your people have received training. I don't know what kind of training, but I need to understand how your people have received training to view this information, with how they're accessing it and all this. That judge wants to see just something, I guess maybe something in writing that's saying what are some things they have in place with how they're going about accessing this information. So therefore, people's information is not going to be toyed with, released, um, just any craziness that you can think of that may happen with somebody accessing your personal, financial information. Judge want to know, like, how are you going to like work through that? If you can present to me how you're going to work through all of that, then we Gucci. Okay, I may be able to go ahead and grant it to you, but until then, it's a no. So he got the one that's saying no for now, and then the one that came out saying, yes, you got the green light. Go ahead and do your thing. Do your thing, Elon. Do your thing. This is the confusion part. It's just like, what the hell? Like, so is he going to be able to, Doge going to go ahead after all and complete, continue on with the audit? That's the part I'm not clear on. And God damn it, Chat GPT, like, bitch, I don't know either. I don't know either. You got me on that one. you know it's some other type of stuff with Chat GPT. Like, shit, hell, I don't damn know. I don't listen. I ain't gonna even hold you, Sheik. I ain't gonna even hold you. I don't fucking know what we finna to do. I don't know. So Chat GPT is sitting in the I don't know. Ask Trump shit. Go ask him. So that's where we are with that. That's where we are with that. So that's a win, I guess, for the administration. I guess you can say, centered around that court ruling with, the audit and things like that. Job loss, child, folks still out here doing these TikToks talking about F them companies. I done lost my job. I done lost my job. Listen, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? People still out here losing their jobs. Remember, I've talked about companies that are doing layoffs: Macy's, Walgreens, Bloomingdale's, Hewlett Packard. There are so many companies right now who just trying to just cut their numbers when it comes to head count starting this month. Some have already started, but this month and going through the summer. So the question is, how do you prepare for something? Like, how do you prepare? What do you do? Because when it comes to job loss, y'all, nobody's exempt. Unless you hey, good morning, virtual. But yes, Chat GPT, like, bitch, I don't know. You got me on that one. Chat GPT, like, bitch, you got me on that one. Leave me alone. Take your ass to bed. Because I was up late last night trying to get some answers. So, but yes, so these companies, listen, people laying off. So I need for you all to understand, outside of hitting the like button, hit the like button for me. I got 5 likes and 156 people in here. Just hit the like button. It's for free. It really is. I promise you I ain't gonna charge you. Companies are laying off. Companies are laying off. So we have to move in a way individually as though we could be next. And what I mean by that is, get your damn resumes together. Start having conversations with people, networking, going to events, because some of you may have experienced it or know. A lot of times it's easier to get a job. What they say is not what you know, is who you know. Y'all, when you know, that is a real statement. And so that, what I'm saying is, through networking, through having relationships, things like that, having conversations. That's why I say it's important for us to just get out of our shell and start damn talking to people. This is why I tell my kids, don't get out your damn room, talk to folks, because the way the world is set up, the way it's built around human experiences with one another, talking to one another, engagement, engage with people, put out there what your situation is, what kind of work you do. So therefore, even like as you're working your job, you can still kind of have something in your back pocket to where if stuff get funky, you already know, like, all right, I didn't already hit up Troy last week. He told me that they got some positions over there. So I'm gonna keep that in mind, because I might need to have to holler at Troy, because listen, they playing games over here. They playing games. And so you need to have that in your mind, that they playing games. And I was listening to one lady. She was had did a video on social media. She worked for the government, and she recently, found herself without a job. And she said so happened when she checked her email and ended up somehow, I guess, looking in her spam folder, she seen that it was an email from her company where they had rescinded the damn firing. Like, Keisha, what you doing? All right then, yeah, can you be back at work tomorrow at 8? Cause yeah, what had happened was, yes, this is people are getting them communications, them emails and phone calls on that. What had happened was, and I've talked about that before on my channel, where they'll just be knee jerk with letting people go. And I think a lot of times it was because they were looking at numbers. So they'll look, say, in the computer and say, ooh, this department got 200 people. Let's sweep that department out, because remember, they're looking at the numbers, not drilling down on what the 200 people do. Child, that seemed like it's a damn afterthought with word about what people do, because the way they letting people go and then spinning the block is given that you didn't even take the time out to see if there was a need for that job. All you seen was dollar signs, figures, because every person has a dollar amount, a dollar sign over their head. So I feel like what they were doing, they were just looking at it from the numbers. Like, okay, this department got 200 people within that department, and with the salaries, that's $10 million. Let's just say, throwing out a number. So let's just get rid of that whole department. Ain't no goddamn body asked no questions about what the fuck they do, how serious it is, how long they've been around. Oh no, they didn't give a shit about that part. They just see numbers and dollar signs. And then so you let the people go, and then when it come time for that job function that they was doing to be done, and ain't no fucking body there to do it, everybody looking around at each other in the room like, who the fuck do that job? And they like, well, that team that you let go last week do that job. Huh? So now they gotta kind of circle back, as I say, spin the block to see if these people will come back. And some of these people are willing to come back, and guess what? Some of them aren't, because it was another guy I was listening to, content creator. He said his dad was telling him that his company had did that a couple of months ago, where they just let go a lot of people. And then because AI, they got fucking happy. They thought, oh shit, we got fuck that. We got AI. We don't need your asses no more. Child. They done got rid of damn almost everybody because they done got excited over goddamn HI. I told you Chat GPT told me, bitch, I don't know. I don't have the answers. So clearly we are not there yet with the damn AI having all the goddamn answers. But this company got all goddamn happy. They done released every damn body. Not long after releasing everybody, they seen, oh shit, it was one of those Steve Urkels. Did I do that? Yes, motherfucker, you did. They done released all these people, seeing AI asses can't do the shit that Charles and David and Leon was doing. AI can't do that shit, because Charles, David, and Leon, y'all know they be having special ways to make some shit do what it do. Y'all know we know how to hook some shit up. We can make it do what it do, some shit that you ain't read in a book. That's just how skilled we are. We can make some shit work. AI, listen, AI don't know about that hustle. That AI don't know about listen, AI can't do it all. They learned the fucking hard way. They released them people. Next thing you know, they had to spin the block, start calling the people back. And some of the people came back, and some of them said, F you, I ain't coming back. That's what had happened. I ain't coming back. So guess what? The company had to invest money in bringing in people. You got to train them, get them up to par and all that. When you done let Leon, Charles, David who know all the ins and outs, the little, y'all know we know how to hook some damn stuff up. The AI don't know nothing about the hookup part. Y'all know when you somebody know how to hook some stuff up to where it ain't nothing that's in a book you gonna read. They just be knowing shit. Like, sis, how you know that, bitch? Don't worry about that. I took care of you, didn't I? That's the type of time that humans be on. AI don't know. If you ain't programmed it to do it a certain way, AI looking at you like, bitch, I don't know what to tell. I don't know. I don't know. You tell me, because you done programmed me for all of that. You done programmed me for jerry rigging. You done programmed me for all of that. So that is the difference between the AI experience and the human experience. It's going to be real different. The humans know how to work ish out. A human can work it out. A human can think It's a different way. Humans have feelings, and sometimes with emotions and the feeling, it can spark other things to transpire. The robot can't do that. A robot can't feel. It's centered around like how you program it. So you gotta, the person who's doing the programming gotta know all the ins and outs. But Steve don't know, but Leon know how to do. You see what I'm saying? So Steve can't, it ain't even possible for Steve to program a robot centered around what the hell Leon goddamn ass know how to do, because Leon can do the doggone thing. Steve don't understand how Leon brain works, because Steve looking at, well, Leon didn't go to college. Leon come from the hood. Leon come from this. He ain't got nothing. He didn't go to no Ivy League college. But how many of y'all know some smart ass people who don't have higher education but just know how to fucking do the shit? How many of people? It might be some of you in this chat where you know how to do some shit and people wondering how. But you just listen, you just nice like that to where you know how to do what the next person don't know how to do. And sometimes, the people at work might give you the business for that because they hating on you because they think they smarter than you. But whenever you show up, you really show them that they're not. And they're trying to figure out how you're able to move in the way you're able to move with the background that you have. Some of you, or some people may have done some time. And they're wondering, how the hell he know that? How does she know that? But that's the gift. Some people just have natural gifts. And so that is what you get when you're dealing with the human experience, when you're dealing with people. You're able to benefit from those gifts. You can't program a gift. And so that's where I think the disconnect. You can program logic. Body move and the way they do things and they show up comes from a logic place. Sometimes it's just like I say, it's moved by emotion. That have what they say, put your heart into it. How the best of the best, like you'll see a good athlete, they put their heart and their soul in it. A good cook, because that's how you're gonna get the best. When you just put, it's the essence of you that comes out in everything that you do. How do you program that? You can't. You can't. But they tried it. They tried it. So now they having to spin the block, call these people back. Hey, can you come back? And some of them like, hell, I ain't coming back. I'm gonna collect this unemployment check and be at my mama house until I find something else. Because they like, if not, I'm not. You played with me, and no, I don't even want to come back. I just don't. No, I don't want to come back. I don't want to come back. It's a sad situation, but this is what's happening. This is what's happening. Good morning. Good morning, Nats. Thank you so much. Good morning. Let me know how y'all feeling. And in the meantime, as y'all thinking, please hit the like button. But unfortunately, with the way things are looking, people are willing to try it and risk it all for technology because it's rooted in saving money. This is all rooted in saving money. And just because you may save, you may feel like you're about to save in one area, are you really? Because like I said, some of these things that you're trying to have robots do, they're missing that human element. And human and robots they don't feel. AI don't feel. It's logic, it's programming. Think about all these jobs, or some of you may do jobs where there's feeling and emotion involved in it. Those things that make a difference for the experience of somebody you're encountering. Let's just say somebody who's working in the medical field and you have to encounter patients. How many of you have maybe heard testimonies from the actual patients or the patient's parents who said that because of you and what you did and how you showed up, how it made a difference in the healing experience for the person? How many have y'all heard Jamie Foxx test? Did you all see his what's that, Laugh at My Pain, his stand-up last year he did, when he talked about his experience with when he came out of the coma and having to go to rehab. And he talked about the doctor that the what was that? They was probably the physical therapist that had to work with him. He talked about the drive for him to want to get better and to get out of that place and to be able to walk. It came from the energy of this woman. It wasn't the mechanics of what was being said, hey, do this, do that. It was the energy that she brought. She brought an energy to him that had him want to stand up straight and to show up. That's that human element that you don't get from a robot. Nothing that he talked, everything that he talked about as he talked about his journey to getting back on his feet, it was rooted in emotion, whether it's coming from his family pushing and advocating for him, all the way to the people at the medical facilities and going through the physical therapy. It was the connection that he was having with the people that had him to be able to stand on the stage. The connection with his children, his daughter, his sister, that human element, you can't get that from a robot. You can't get that from AI. And right now, the people think they're so smart. The people at the top, these business owners, they think they so smart that they got it figured out and that they can remove all of that I just described. They feel like, oh, we don't need that. We can remove that and still make it do what it do. Okay, let's see how that goes. Let's see how that works out. Let's see how that goes. So what I'm saying is that even though I feel like a lot of this, it'll be a lot of spinning the block for these companies, they're going to try it anyway. So that's why I say you have to protect yourself. Get your resumes updated. If there's opportunity for you to learn a new trade, to expand your knowledge on certain things in whatever your field is, do that. Whether it's to make yourself to be more marketable for that company or another company, but we have to plan for that day where what our current situation is no longer a thing. We have to work on what an alternative looks like. What is something else that you can do to bring in an income if one day what you're doing, if that's not going to work and it's abrupt? What is your skill? What is your gift? I talk a lot about identifying your gift. Some of you may not know your gift. You feel like, okay, I don't know what my gift is. I get it. It's okay. You may not know, but you can come to learn what that is. For one, you can go within, ask your higher power to reveal that to you. Ask for your gift to be revealed. I did that many years ago. Ask for your gift to be revealed. Secondly, how you know what your gift is what is it that you're good at that anyone who you encounter come to easily know that you're good at that? What is something that everybody, people who know that damn you nice when it comes to that, whether it's cooking, cutting hair, doing nails, sewing clothes, making drapes, decorating, detailing cars. Like, what is that thing that when somebody think about, damn, I need to have this service done, you come to mind? That you're the first person they calling, or you the person that they calling because it's like you always just seem to just have the answers. That was kind of what it was for me. People always called on me for the answers. I learned years ago when I asked for my gift to be revealed, I learned that my gift was to heal, to teach, to serve, to counsel. So I ended up, eventually going back to school and getting a degree in clinical mental health counseling. So I want to be a therapist. So that's what I did. But I came to that. I did all that after asking for my gift to be revealed. And it didn't take long for it to be revealed either. So what they say, ask and you shall receive. Ask. Go within. Ask for it to be revealed. And when it comes to you, it comes to you. Don't ignore it. Like, if take it in, be like, wow, like you might be kind of surprised by it, or then you may not. I feel like whatever your gifts are going to be revealed to you, I don't think you're going to be surprised by it. I think it'll be something like, oh, I felt like, it was that. But that's, you may look at that as your confirmation that, okay, this is it. This is what I need to be doing. Because I was feeling like it was that, but when I went within, it was like that message just kept coming to me that it was that. So it's not that deep. I say a lot of stuff. It's not that deep. It's just, I think a lot of times people make things harder than what they are, what they need to be, because they think that it shouldn't be as simple as it may feel like it is. But a lot of times it is just that. It is just that simple. It is. We as humans have the ability. Now that's something that we, unlike a robot, gonna do. We gonna make some ish hard. We gonna make some ish hard because remember, I say we got the emotional element built into us. So we're gonna make it hard. But you got to get out your feelings. You got to go within and ask, and you shall receive. Ask for whatever it is that you're needing to hear, whatever message, whatever direction you want to go, whatever it is. If you just feeling lost in a sauce right now, go within and ask. Ask for guidance. Ask for answers. I do it all the time, even just with lives. I'll ask, what's the message I need to come, even down to a title. What should I what should I say? What do you want me to say to the people? Because okay, virtuous. What do you want me to say to the people that's going to help to uplift and to inspire? Because that's what I do. If you have, that's what I do. I uplift, I inspire, I motivate. Remember, I talk about knowing what your gift is. That's mine, and I've known this for a long time. So I operate from that space. I'm always helping. I'm always providing counsel. I do it for the free. I don't have a practice set up. I could. I have the education. I could be a therapist and charge X amount of dollars for you to come lay on my couch and just spill it all. But I choose to serve in a different way. Years ago, and it's really after actually I finished school, probably within, I think, probably during the pandemic is when I probably said, you know what, I no longer wanted to kind of set up shop, probably maybe even before then, set up shop to have someone come to me and just cry out they soul to me. Like that just no longer was the way I wanted to, the type of setting I wanted it to be to help somebody. I prefer to have it be organic. I encounter people just in my day-to-day life. People find me on my YouTube channel when I'm talking my talk. Like I prefer to help this way than to just have someone book an appointment and then I charge them X amount of money per hour and they tell me their business, because that's what I can do based off of my education. I can be a therapist. I just have to go get my license activated, and then there you go. There you go. But that's not what I want to do. I don't want to help in that way. I want to help in this way. I want to spread my word so whoever reaches, whoever hears it, because doing it this way, I have the ability to reach more people because I'm on the internet. I'm worldwide. So whoever's supposed to catch this message, they'll catch it. You know, as content creators, we have people who listen to us from all around the world. And that's the beauty of the internet. So I feel like I can reach far more people this way than if I were to have a practice set up for people to come and talk to me. But it's about helping, because these times that we live in right now, they're so hard and challenging for so many people. I was just hearing also yesterday, like over the weekend, how just food prices and things are going to be going up due to the shortage in some things. Some of the like everyday things that we use, like the olive oil, berries. What else it talked about? We already know, people been dealing with just the eggs and the pricing, seeing crazy prices for that. People are out here struggling and they don't have the answers. They don't really know what to do, where to go, and it's just like they just feel lost. And I get it. I get it. And guess what? When you have stress, that can bring on disease because your body is at dis-ease, and that's where the disease come on. It's just it's so much that can come with when somebody don't feel just good in a position that they're in, where they just don't feel like they can woo-saw. There's so many people who are just tense, and I understand it. It's the temperament of what's going on. Like I get it. And guess what? It's not even just us here in the U.S. It's other people. Y'all think Canada, I mean, Canada, they feeling it too. Other people are feeling it too. It's not just us. It's an energy that's going on right now within our world. And it's time for us to have a shift. And I was listening to someone talk yesterday, and they were talking about like how a shift, an energetic shift, is going to be coming soon during this month. And I feel like we need it because they talked about like right now we're in this phase where it's so kind of like it's like a tug of war where almost like I don't know. It's like, let me know if you feel it like where it's a battle of right against left, good versus evil. It's just this tug of war, and no one's kind of working together. It's like you happen to pick a side, pick a team. And I've never experienced, I'm 44, so this is like my first time experiencing feeling something like this, and it's very different. So I was, listening to this person, as they were talking, and I'm like, it makes so much sense because I've been saying, I feel like from an energy standpoint, as living in the US, I feel like the energy is very low. It's where the vibration is very low. It's very low. And so what I was learning is that like we are coming out of this phase to where we'll soon be entering into a shift to where it's no longer going to feel that way. And we'll all feel the energetic shift. But here's the thing, you all. As you're navigating through your lives and you start to feel an energetic shift, a shift for the better, go with that. Go with that. Because some of you may question, like, what is this? I'm feeling different. So for some reason, I'm feeling different. But some of you may think, like, oh, this is what that is because I heard someone talk about the energy of just the planet, the shift, there being a shift that's soon to come. So you'll reflect back on it. So just be conscious of that as you're just going about your lives this month. If you start to just feel just different, like something just feels different, maybe a weight feels lifted off of you, or you just now feel this energetic push to go towards something that you just been kind of afraid to explore, but now suddenly you feel like you're ready. That's that shift. That's the energetic shift. But you got to be conscious of that. So when you're feeling it, to know that's what it is, and to not want to buck at it and go against it. Follow it. Follow it. If you feel good and it's this shift and it's something that feels good, go with that. Don't like just go against it just for the sake of just being difficult because maybe you feel like, well, if I do that, it's going to make it easy for that person. Don't have that. Don't look at it that way. Look at it in a way as though it's centered around your growth and your development. It's to benefit you. Focus on you, it benefiting you. Now, as it may benefit you, it may benefit others around you as well. But when you start to feel this energetic shift to do something different, something you've never done before, trust in that. That's the intuition feeling. You got to trust in that. And right now, these times we're in, it's so different. I think we all could use just something, a boost of just positive energy, something that to give us hope, that'll have us feeling better than what we've been feeling. How many of you feel like, wow, I just ain't really been feeling my best? And I don't know why. I'm just not feeling it. I just need something different. I need change. And I don't know what it is. I don't know where this change is going to come from. But I just feel like I need to do something different than what I've been doing. And that's what it comes down to. This is a season for us to do something different. All things happen for a reason. Some of you who may have found yourselves unemployed or without that job that you've been on for years, it may be a sign that it's time to do something different. And here's the thing, some of you already may know what that different is because you've been thinking about it. You've been thinking about it. Some of you probably have done that different thing before years ago, and for whatever reason, you've been afraid to go back down that path. because you're fearful of it not working out, or because it didn't work out the first time, it's not going to work out this time. Fear. So many of us operate out of fear, and fear will have you stagnant. Fear will have you stagnant. You cannot operate out of fear because you don't reach your full potential when you operate out of fear. And a lot of us operate out of fear. And I'm someone, I don't operate out of fear, but I understand a lot of people do operate out of fear because a lot of people are afraid of the unknown. I'm not one that's afraid of the unknown, but a lot of people are afraid of the unknown. So try to move away from that. Again, I'm taking you back to your higher power. If you struggle with that, take it to your higher power to help you to overcome that. You're not alone. People, people fear things. You got to overcome that because you got to break through that wall. You don't think that people who are successful today weren't fearful? Hell, just being a content creator back before I think I did probably my first video end of 2020 or top of the year of 2020. I was fearful of that, but I didn't let it stop me. There's a lot of things I've been fearful of. I was fearful of going to college, taking my first college class at 9 months pregnant with my first son. I was I've been fearful as well, but I've pushed through it, and that's how I've been able to accomplish the things I've accomplished in life by overcoming that fear. And right now, that's what we have to do. There's a lot of fear mongering just going on. And even just today with my message, I want to talk about what's going on today, but I don't want to do it in a capacity to where I want you to be fearful to bust a move, to make a move. I want to point out what's going on today and have you to think about how you can overcome or make the best of the things that are taking place, how you can shift your way of thinking, how you can move away from sitting in fear to moving in a place to where, you know what, I have to bust, I have to make a move. I can no longer sit stagnant. I can't. My livelihood depends on it. Some of you, because you've found yourself without a job, or maybe you got a date that's coming up to where you know when your last day is going to be, that should be enough to have you to overcome the fear of stepping out and trying that very thing that maybe you hadn't tried yet, that you've been thinking about, contemplating, but you just hadn't. But now finding yourself in a certain situation can have you to say, you know what? I'm in a situation to where I have no other choice but to overcome my fear. How many of you ever been in that, where you've been in a situation to where you had to overcome your fear because there was no options but to overcome it? Like, it is what it is. I got to overcome it. I have to. And sometimes that's what it takes for you to overcome your fear. You have to, you find yourself in a situation that's uncomfortable. And that's another thing, being uncomfortable. Sometimes you got to get uncomfortable in order to be great, to do great things. You're at a job and it's just like, oh my God, it's so uncomfortable here. I don't like it. I don't like it. But that's your motivator to have you to continue your studies in the evening, taking your classes at trade school or college, or learning something different because you're so uncomfortable with what you're doing, to where it's just like, I got to get out of this situation. I'm tired. I be tired after work. I don't be feeling like doing homework, going to class, but I'm so uncomfortable with where I'm at to where I gotta keep going. I have to. You gotta identify, I always say everybody gotta find their motivator. Get motivated by something. What are you motivated by? Who are you motivated by? Do you have children to be motivated by? A spouse? Find something to be motivated by. That reason to say, you know what, listen, the only option is to succeed. Given my situation, that is my only option. I have to succeed. Again, everything goes back to the mindset. I learned, as I was listening to this person talk, they were saying that 50% of the thing, okay, so out of our life experiences, 50% of the things that happen to us is brought on by us, and the other 50% are things that just, that takes place, that we that wasn't brought on by us. But even when those things that happen to us that wasn't brought on by us, when it happens, we still have the 100% we still have 100% control on how we respond to those things. How are you responding to the things that are happening? So let's just say a job, the job loss, that's the 50% of what you didn't control. But what you have 100% of how you respond to it. Your thought process, whether you have the thought process of, okay, I'm about to jump into this business venture, whatever I've been putting off, or I'm about to just go back to school, or I'm about to um, take on this job opportunity that I have been contemplating. Again, it's back to you. It's 100% on you with how you respond to what happens to you. So we have more control than what we think we do. Thoughts become things. Thoughts become things. So a lot of us, with the way our lives look today, it's as a result of our mind and of the thoughts that we've had. If we've had negative or positive thoughts about life, thoughts become things. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Right now, when it comes to our government, we're just at this divide. Like, it's so deep. We're so divided. We're so divided. And in order for us to achieve some type of level of greatness and wins, we gotta come together. Like, it's the only way for it to happen. We can't be separate. We gotta come together. What they say, there's strength in numbers, right? Please hit the like button as you come on in. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. There's strength in numbers. We gotta come together. And I just hope that as I talk about this energetic shift that is supposed to take place this month, I just hope it that as a result of that, I'll see more of us coming together just as a nation, and then the world. Like, we need to come together, because that's the only way we're going to win. We have to. Like, we got to come together. We can't continue to be divided and by kind of like a gang, the Bloods and the Crips, red and blue. Like, we can't operate that way. And that's how we've been operating, it seems. And we're not getting anywhere, because it's the battle of who's right or who's wrong. And we can't look at it that way. It's not a who's right or who's wrong. It's just about just what's best for our nation. Like, what can we do to just make things better? How can we come together to where it's like, okay, I know I'm not rocking with how you moving, but let me try to better understand what you're trying to do here. Let me just trying to see what you're trying to do here. Let me see what I can do, who I can pull together to aid, like, I think it needs to be more understanding from both sides. And right now, it's like people are still like in their feelings about, okay, who won versus who lost when it has come to, political seats. And we're beyond that. Now we just have to say, okay, we had to do it with the Biden administration. I didn't vote for Biden, but it's like, okay, we're here. What can we do to just make the best of this situation to make it better? What are some ideas? How can we come together? Like, it's the mindset. We gotta play together in the sandbox. We gotta be allies. Because here's the thing. When other countries see that we're weak and we're broken down, guess what? that that creates an opportunity for them to try to think that they can come in, or they think it's an opportunity to think that they can come in and further divide us, because they're like, well, hell, they're not even getting along with each other. So now it's an ideal time for us to kind of come in and try to do what we trying to do, because hell, they ain't even gelling with each other. So let me step in and maybe get one of those sides to side with me. So now you got maybe one side siding with what may have been an op, because it's like we so broken down to where people's like, hey, like this is the time to seize the moment because they're weak right now. They're not moving like one, like in one accord. They're not moving that way. You think other countries don't peep game and see this is happening? Russia, you don't think that they're taking notice that this is happening with our country? Yes. Ukraine, any of them, they see like, wow, they're weak right now. They're not strong. They're not a strong nation right now. And it's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. We got to fix it. It's not a good look. We have to fix it. And it's going to start with us having a meeting of the minds, hitting the like button, working together, help me, help you type stuff. Let's come together. Let's come together. Let's talk about it. How can we come together? Okay. Listen, folks trying to have more money, coming in their household, less taxes. Like, what can we do to help with that? Okay, Trump got these audits, Doge with this audit, these audits going on, and Elon, all that. Okay, we're saying, okay, we saving money. Money's being saved. Okay, can we have discussions on how that money that's been saved can go back into the households of the American people? Can we start having that type of conversation? Can we start having that type of conversation? Can it move beyond an idea to, okay, going through the processes of the checks and balance of whoever's supposed to agree and sign off on it? Can we get that part going? Can we get the ball going for that? People need money. That's a start. I don't know no other way to try to bring folks together than through some money. That is a good way to get people's attention to be like, okay, you said you want to help. You said you was trying to find monies that was just being spent frivolously. Okay, now you found the money. Now let's talk about what we can do with that money that you found. Can we put it in the household of American people? Can these people that's on the street that's homeless, can there be some resources that can become available that can help them, that can get them off the street, that can help clean them up, that can get them, the mental health they need? Uh, we can there be some programs created that can help get them jobs, because now we got a few more coins. We done found some the monies that we was taking out of house. That money can be spent in the house. When I say in house, to take care of home, I mean our country. That's taking care of home. You got to take care of home first before you start focusing outside. So we got trillions, billions of dollars that where we can give outside to the neighbors. That means we got money to take care of home. As Tupac say, we got money for war, but can't feed the poor. Can you believe after all these years, this man been gone, that is still the same situation? How long he been gone? 25 plus years? We still got money for the war, but can't feed the poor? Like, it makes no sense. But though we talking about AI and, chat GPT, stuff like that, but we still haven't managed to figure out how to deal with this homeless stuff, how to deal with this homeless. We ain't figured that out. We still ain't figured out how to cure, with all the cancer and the sickness that's going on with the bodies. We still ain't figured that out yet. But we done moved on to some AI, some shit that can take over jobs and do all this kind of stuff. But we ain't figured out how to do the other stuff yet. Really, y'all really think about, does this make sense? Is this by design that this haven't been figured out? And is it by design because it's money rooted around? Because you gotta make the weapons, do all that. Like, it's money involved in war. Money is made. So that's the incentive a lot of times with going to war. What I think Trump said, he was the first president or something, that first term he had where we didn't have a war taking place. Those first 4 years when he was in office, there was no war. He talked about recently over the weekend when he did an interview, like, He was tough on, he said, Russia, China, doing all kind of stuff, but he still had good relationships with them because, like, what do you call it, tough love? These people like, all right, Trump wasn't playing, he was playing hardball with us, but he was coming from a place of just, listen, we gotta listen, we gotta come to the meeting of the minds. We gotta figure out some shit. Listen, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. He was on some solution type stuff, and people was able to respect that. Those leaders were able to respect that. People didn't respect Biden. Let's just call a thing a thing. People didn't respect Biden. American people collectively didn't respect Biden that type of way. People didn't. People didn't respect him. They found him to be weak. And as a result, our country became weak. And everybody, it just became a free for all. Like our country, y'all low key became a free for all. Everybody, everybody came in here just thinking they can do what the F they want to do, all willy nilly like. And then when Trump come on the scene, it's like F that, we got rules, regulations, processes like any other country. Then it's a whole problem. And I say it plenty of times. Why can't everybody, every other country hold people to certain policies and rules, regulations, but we can't? We got to be looked at all damn side-eyed like something wrong with us if we say, hey, you got to adhere to this rule. I think over the weekend, what they say, y'all, Representative Jasmine Crockett was on record saying that coming over here, immigrants coming over here isn't illegal. What? I'm gonna need for y'all right now, go ahead and these damn fancy phones, they got all the damn answers, and type in, is immigration, can you come, is it legal to be in the US without documents, without citizenship? Ask it. Because when I got them asked it, it said, hell no, that's illegal. It's, if you're over here and you don't have the proper documentation, it's illegal. Like that's what it came up in my search when I asked. So I don't know what kind of damn goddamn phone or who damn Jasmine talking to for her to get the fucking answer of that shit not illegal. I need to know. I don't want to shit on the damn Android because I got an Apple phone. And my Apple phone say otherwise, but I know y'all get some Android folks out there. What the hell y'all Android saying? What? Cause I know y'all cameras better than my damn Apple phone, but god damn it, I don't know if your damn Chat GPT and Google better than my damn Apple phone. Hey, Miss Veronica, how you doing? Good morning. But I'm just saying, like, why can't we force people to adhere to rules and regulations for the betterment of our country, just like the next nation? Because I don't ever hear nobody else, no other country, or nobody else talk about the other country where it's a damn free for all, where you literally can go over there and just set up shop and it be just that. No, it's heavily regulated. They want to see your paperwork. They got you hemmed up in the airport. How many of y'all have traveled internationally? Whether you go through the planes or the ships, like they don't play. When you're going to these countries, like they trying to see your paperwork. They like, what you got? Listen, I need to see some paperwork. Everywhere I've been probably to about, I think over the weekend I counted probably like 6 different countries, destinations, the countries I've been to. I'm like, wow, I didn't realize I'd been that many places. But that I've been to quite, more than a lot of people. I was telling my kids, I've never taken them out of the country before, but I was just telling them about, my experience with traveling the world. And that's why it's good to travel, because you can see how other places do things. So as I talk on here, I'm talking from a place of comparing. I've been to other countries and I see how they do things. And baby, they do not play. They do not play. They do not play. Them armed guards and their weapons sends a loud message that they do not play. They do not play. They got rules, they got regulations, and you got to adhere to them. And if you don't, they got something for your monkey ass. They got something for you. They got something for you. So I'm just saying, like, why can't we have the same energy? I feel like there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, you want to be over here, we got certain rules and regulations, things like that, processes, just follow that. I mean, like I say, it's not that deep. It's not that hard, but it's just that, like I said, underneath the Biden regime, like people start to view us as being weak because everything was just happening. It was almost like he was just being bullied. Like Zelensky was like, "Yo, listen, I need another 5 million. Like, listen, I need for you to go on Cash App that to me because listen, God, I'm gonna need it by 2 o'clock. I need it by 2 o'clock." It was on that type of stuff, and and Biden was just going along with it. And Trump, like, MF, it's a new day now. Like, I'm not Biden. You not finna come over here and tell me what the hell you finna do, and not even at least even try to show gratitude with what we have done for you. That's not what you're gonna do. You're not finna goddamn come over here and act like we ain't already been paying your bills while you got your hand out for more. How many of y'all know people who they stay having a handout? They want to cop an attitude when you call them on a ish, as they asking for more of your shit and your resources. They the one in need but got the nerve to be copping an attitude with you. Them be the ones that it's the audacity for me. The ones that want to cop an attitude with you when they fucking in need. You in need. I'm gonna need for you to simmer down. I'm gonna need for you to bring that down some. I'm gonna need for you because you over in my face talking about what you need from me. It is not the other way around. So you're gonna need to have some humility. You're gonna need to humble yourself. And that's what I'm getting from with Trump when it comes to Zelensky. It's like, sir, like, come on now. Let's start by you acknowledging what we have done for you. Now, God damn it, that shit didn't happen on my watch because I wouldn't get your monkey ass nothing. But our country did help you out, even though I didn't agree with it, but we did help you out. So acknowledge that. And go on now, because we ain't got nothing else yet. We ain't got nothing else for you. We ain't got nothing else for you. We listen, we tapped out. And y'all know some people will drain you dry. We know people in our lives that will drain you dry. You only hear from them when they in need. They gonna text you, maybe call you, but it's gonna be centered around them with their hand out. And Lord forbid you ask them for something. Cause you know you ain't finna get it. They ain't gonna respond to your text, answer your phone or nothing. But though they look for you to come through for them and catch your attitude if you try to act like you don't. Like, that's the thing. It's the mentality of like a selfish person, a narcissistic person, to where they feel like, okay, people owe them something. We all know people like that. Some of y'all might be some of y'all in these comments might be that person. Moving in a way like people owe you something. You got this energy and this air about you. You got to check that. Because people don't owe you anything. As adults, an adult don't owe another adult anything. People do things out of the kindness of their heart. Check yourself, show gratitude. If you know that somebody been riding for you and been solid for you, just show gratitude. Hell, surprise the hell out of them and hit them up and don't need nothing. You know they gonna be on some, what you want? I don't want nothing. Yes the hell you do. You only call when you want something. What the fuck you want? You gonna mess them up, right? Because they not gonna be used to it. They gonna be used to only hear, they're used to only hearing from you when you're in need. So mess them up. Just be like, you know what? Somebody spoke a word today. I was listening to Sheik, and she was like, you know what? Show gratitude. Because here's the thing: when people feel like you're appreciative for what they do, they'll do more for you. Like, how many of you all, like, when you feel like somebody really appreciates you and they don't take advantage, there's nothing you wouldn't do for them, because they just always show gratitude. And you know in your heart that if they had it in the day they get it, guess what? They giving it to you, because that's how much they love and respect you and show you gratitude for the things that you've done for them. And they know that one day they're going to be up on their feet. And you might have experienced it with some people to where you was a rider for them, and then when they got up on their feet, they was able to turn around and pour into you the way you once poured into them. What do they? You got to sow it. You sow a seed. You sow it, forward. It's forward. You give, because right now everybody isn't in a season to be able to give. But if you're in a season to be able to give, because one day you never know when you may be in need, and that person who you gave to will be able to help you. That's the blessing, is that person to not duck your calls or disappear or ghost you, because people will do that. People will do that. People will ghost you and they'll forget about when the tables were reversed, and when they were in need, that you were there. Y'all know people get amnesia, but you know who ain't finna forget? The person who was given when you were in need. So be careful how you treat people, because you never know when you're gonna need them, when you're gonna need to spin the block. Like, you might be up today, but don't mean that you're gonna stay there. And that person who was down below you may one day climb the ladder and become above you. And they may be in a situation to where there's decisions that they have control over, that they can make, that can impact you. And you're going to hope that they show you love, but you got to reflect back on how you treated them when they weren't in that position. Like, were you nice to them? Were you respectful to them back when they were beneath you? Because people don't always stay at the bottom. People grow. Some of you have watched people grow. People will grow. And guess what? People don't forget. People don't forget how they were treated, how people will always remember how you made them feel above anything. People heavily remember people by how that person made them feel. So I like to say, like, when I encounter people, I want to be an experience. I want you to be able to reflect on how I made you feel. And I want that to be a positive feeling, because that's what's lasting to people, how they made you feel. Because people will forget your name. They'll even forget, some people forget how you look, but they're not going to forget how you made them feel. They're not, whether it was good or bad. They're not going to, if you made them feel bad, worthless, they are not going to forget. They are not going to forget. We all remember people who made us feel good, and we remember people who just made us feel like just the worst. Like, we remember those things. John, hey John, you say I agree. People remember feelings. That's what I always say. People remember feelings. So it's not always about your money and your resources. It's like, how did they feel when you were lending a helping hand? Was it attitude that came with it? When you had money for them, did you throw it at them? Did it make them feel worthless, like they weren't nothing, because the way you made them feel at the time when you were providing them help? Did you make them feel like they were a burden? Remember, it's back to feeling. Remember, I told you AI can't be programmed around feeling like that. That's the human element. And that part goes into a lot of just the experiences in life, whether our jobs, and just how we encounter people, when just going into stores, customer service. It's the feeling. Chick-fil-A, use Chick-fil-A as an example. Chick-fil-A is serving food. You going through a drive-through just like any other establishment. But what's different about Chick-fil-A is how they make you feel, right? Chick-fil-A brand is centered around making you feel appreciated. It's centered around them showing gratitude. Everything, my pleasure. They were my pleasure to help. I don't even use that word. I don't even, that phrase, my pleasure. I don't say that. But Chick-fil-A, like, they say it with everything. Oh my God, is it hot outside? My pleasure. Damn, I'm tired. My pleasure. They will my pleasure the hell out you. But again, remember, it's centered around it's the feeling. It's the feeling of appreciation and gratitude for doing business with them, that has people continuously going back. The food's good, but it's mainly centered around the service, right? It's centered around the service. People, like, remember, like, damn, like, people always compare places to Chick-fil-A. Like, damn, why everybody else service can't be like Chick-fil-A? Like, like, everybody compare everybody to Chick-fil-A. But it's because of the feeling. It's not the food. People don't be really comparing like food to Chick-fil-A like that. It's more that the human experience. That's what they compare to Chick-fil-A. And so remember, if you message for today is how are people experiencing you? How do they feel after someone has an encounter with you? How was they left feeling? Because so don't act. What we not gonna do is act like we don't know what kind of energy we're giving off. So we ain't gonna play this game. How did they feel? How did you come off? Did you smile? Did you say thank you? Did you show gratitude? Did you show interest in what they had to say? Did you make them smile? Did you make them laugh? For me, I love to make people laugh and smile because I know this world is just so much going on to where it's not enough of that, I feel. So more often than not, what I'm used to hearing is like if I'll encounter somebody and they just had a rough day, a rough experience, and they tell me about it, it's almost guaranteed I'm going to say something that's going to result in us laughing because I want to shift the energy. I want to shift the energy of that person feeling just bad and stressed and tired and drained. I want to shift it to a way to where they're feeling like rejuvenated, or I said something that I have them think differently about it. Or with me, I'm a helper, so I'm gonna say something and always hit them with, okay, let's brainstorm, let's reenact the scenario when you got to go and meet back with them. Okay, they gonna say this, then what you gonna say? Maybe we can say this. I do that because sometimes things can be so heavy and you just like, oh my God, I'm so stressed, it's too much. But by me helping with giving ideas for things pertaining to a situation, it helps them to be like, okay, I get it. Okay, I can see it that way. Okay, bet I can do that. They get out of that because they don't feel like they're dealing with it by themselves. That is just what I do because I'm always just thinking about how I make somebody feel. I like for people to feel warm and fuzzy when they encounter me. That's why I say if people ain't making you feel warm and fuzzy most of the time, then move around because sometimes somebody ain't gonna always make you feel good, but you should have better days than not. If it's the other way around, you need to move around. So I want someone to have better days than not when it comes to me, where they're like, okay, Lashik, you just don't know what the hell she gonna say. You just don't know what she gonna say, but it's gonna be something crazy. It's gonna make me smile. Like that is what I'm known for. So, and y'all, if those of you who may be new to my channel, welcome. I'm Chic, but I say things and I might say it in a crazy way, but I like to speak in a way where people can understand. I want to bring it down to I like to say that in a way that a fifth grader can understand, because a lot of this stuff can be really deep, or people have it so deep with how they explain it. So I want to make sure that anybody that comes across my content and whatever's going on with the world, I'm explaining it to the most simplest form. So I'm a deep thinker, but when I speak, I don't speak deeply to where I lose you, if you understand. I have a lot of education. I have a master's degree in clinical mental health counseling. So, like I said, I could be a whole therapist out here if I choose to set up shop and do that. But I prefer to be on YouTube with you all at 8:44 a.m. in the morning. So I'm a deep thinker, but I know that it's important to be able to connect with people. So I have to understand how to connect with people. So I have to make sure that I don't lose them with using certain words, terminology. I got to keep it simple. Keep it simple. I just try to keep it simple. So when I interact with people, it's just about keeping it simple. Making sure that I got an understanding of like who you are, what your needs are, and you understand who I am. And I'm just always just going to be here to help. That's just my thing. That's my gift, to help. I love helping people. The more money I have, the more, when I think about having a lot of money, I think about give, giving it away to help others. Because they say you are who you are. So if you're nasty and mean and you're broke, when you're rich and got money and resources, you're still going to be nasty and mean. It's just going to magnify it because you are who you are. So keep that in mind. You are who you are. So if you ain't got something and you moving around and acting all ugly and stuff, that's who you are. So when you get the money and resource, you still gonna give off that. You just gonna be a rich jerk, a rich bitch, you know? But you are who you are. You are who you are. So I'll try to get through some of these comments. I'm stationary now, made it to my destination. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. GH, you're the best. Thank you so much. There's a lot of comments in here. Charles Goodwin says, better to be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. Let me see. NCDB said, did you know Morocco was the first nation to recognize USA? No, I did not. MLS, baby, I swear I love you so much. I don't care whatever it is, love you so much. Jesus. So, hey, you all. So I'll add, and I'll have to add it, but I have, as I talk about just, mental health, stress, anxiety. There's a lot going on. I have some products, some books. I have adult coloring books, journals, notebooks. I have links in my videos. I'll have to add it to this particular video. But if you go to my other more recent videos on this channel, you'll see links inside of the description of the different products that I have. So I have adult coloring books, which are awesome for de-stressing, and I have journals and notebooks as well, because you got to get these emotions out. And sometimes it's better, somebody talked about, because you can open your mouth and just make things worse. Sometimes it's better to just write it out because you're still getting it out. You're still getting it out. Journaling is great. Coloring, a lot of adults like to color, just like how kids, when you were a child and you colored, and it just, adults, that is a great thing to do, to color. So check out the links, refer to the links in any of my, I think I've put it in probably my last 10 videos. Go in the description and you can see the links of all my books that I've published that I did at this year, and they're like $7.99 and less. So it ain't nothing deep. Like I told you, y'all, this shit don't be that deep. $7.99 and less for these items. But they're great tools to help with de-stress, anxiety, like whatever you got going on. I would recommend you do something to get those emotions out. So if you want to show support, that's another way, other than also hitting the like button, which is free. I don't know why the free option is usually so least explored. People will pay out money before doing something that's free, like hitting the like button. But yes, check out my book, my products, coloring books, adult journals, things like that, helping, awesome for de-stress. So links in the bottom of my description of my videos, but not this one yet since I'm still on this live. But if you look at my other videos, you'll see, I think there's probably maybe five. I think I have 5 books, 2 coloring books, and maybe 3 journals, notebooks. Very cute. I'm going to take some, they're Amazon links, so it's going to take you straight to Amazon, so you'll see what they look like. It won't show you what the inside look like. The coloring book, one's a flower theme, and one is a zoo, a jungle or zoo theme with animals. Awesome. Check it out. You're denied says you speak in a way that makes you feel emotionally strong, in a way that a child talks without the consideration for facts, reality, or God. Biggie, true knowledge always explained in the simplest form. Yeah, I try to keep it simple, hit it in the simplest form, because what's the point with you trying to communicate in a way and people don't understand? Like, what are you doing? You want people to understand. So you have to understand You got to understand what people understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be all speaking scholarly, and then maybe you're talking to someone who has a limited education. You're going to lose them, right? You want people to get the message, so you have to understand your audience. I like to say, meet people where they are. I like to meet people where they are. I'm not going to ever be that one to act above someone. And then I'm definitely not that person to where somebody's going to be able to come at me and try to treat me like I'm beneath them either. So treat people how you want to be treated, right? Like, it's real basic. We were taught those things as kids, what we should have been, but it still applies as adults. You know, you treat people how you want to be treated. Treat people how you want to be treated. So check yourself. What kind of energy are you giving off? What kind of energy are you giving off? Are you making your mama proud? Are you giving off the energy that you would want someone to give off to you? Are you giving off the energy that you would want someone to give off to you? That is the question. We are an experience. Remember that as you're navigating through your day. We are an experience. How are people experiencing you? How are people experiencing you? Just be cognizant of that as you're navigating through your day, because it can make a difference on how people respond to you. Because if you make people feel good, people are going to respond to you in that way. But a lot of times when people are coming at you with that negative energy, a lot of times they're responding to you from what they're receiving from you. Sometimes they'll just be negative, but sometimes they're also responding from your energy as well. So we have to check our energy, because at the end of the day, that's the only thing we can control. We can only control ourselves. So check our energy. If you notice you're getting a lot of negative energy coming at you, check your energy. Do a shift there and see, as a result of that, if the energy that's now coming towards you is different. Just try it out, because we all are energy. Everything is energy. Like attracts like. So that's my message for today on Car Chronicles for Tuesday. Please make sure you like the videos. Like I said, check out my Amazon products on just stress management through the use of journaling, adult coloring books. Coloring books are cute too. You don't even, it can be a child as well. They're coloring books, but I'm marketing them for adults so adults can know that coloring books is also very therapeutic for adults as well, because it doesn't require you to have to communicate with anyone. Uh, you can just kind of go deep in thought as you color. You know, the colors that you choose for that picture can be rooted in something, could represent something that you're putting down on paper. So just give it a try. Just give it a try. TJ said, look like Whitney Houston. Now that's probably the one that I've gotten the most, TJ, with the Whitney Houston. Since I was probably in high school, I've gotten that one with the Whitney Houston. Yeah. So that's my message for today. I thank each and every one of you for tapping in with me and being a part of my commute into the office. Because I don't, so here's the thing, I do Car Chronicles when I'm driving into my office. I don't go into my office every day. I'll usually come into my office maybe 2 times a week, maybe 3, usually 2 times on like a Tuesday, Wednesday. So I should be back tomorrow. So make sure you have your notification bell hit. If you're not getting notifications, hit the bell again, refresh it, so you can maybe start getting the notifications. But make sure you subscribe and like the video. Like the video. Check out my products. Stay tuned for more content. Always and Royce, I appreciate your energy you sharing this morning. Thank you for joining. CJ, thank you. Thank you. I thank all of you. I'm so appreciative of you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm a small content creator. This is my second channel. I'm growing. I have another channel. My bigger channel, I actually have a larger channel Chic Speaks. It's this is my smaller channel. I just been spending a lot of time on this channel, just growing this channel. But I do have a larger channel that's actually a monetized channel. I just choose to hang out with you all over here on this small channel as I grow it to become just bigger than what it is. So I'm just enjoying the journey of just growing a channel again. From ground zero. If you know, you know, it's not easy, being a content creator and growing with the following and getting the content out there and finding something that's going to keep people's attention. Child, it's a job. Y'all do not be disrespecting these content creators saying it ain't no job. It ain't no real job. It is. It is. It is. So please, just at least for your favorite content creators, just hit the like button for them. It just listen. It's the little things. It's the little things. Content creation is definitely not easy. It's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. I've been at this for a long time. A long time. So, but I do thank you all for your support, and I want you all to have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Stay tuned for more content to come centered around just the changes that's going on within the USA. I touch on Canada, Mexico. Today, again, don't forget, today, Canada, no, yesterday, Canada, implemented their tariffs on the power lines for up north. So if you have loved ones and things who are up north, New York, I think Michigan and maybe Massachusetts, it's like three states that are impacted by the tariffs for the power lines. So check on your people, talk to them, um, say positive, encouraging words. The dog run, you said tariff already had, Canada already had tariffs. Yeah, but like yesterday, they added like this whole 25% onto the power. The power, they provide power for like three states in the U.S. So they added the tariffs onto that at 25 percent. So that took effect yesterday. So if you have family or if you all live up there, that's something that's in place right now. Uh, who knows how long that'll last? It just probably just going to depend on what type of agreement that the fellas come to, that the fellas come to. But that's where we are. That's where we are. The dog runner says, yeah, because they are upset, we won't let them take advantage of us anymore. It is what it is. It is what they're calling this, the tariff wars. It is what it is. That's where we're at. So we're at a tit for tat. We're at a tit for tat. So hopefully the fellas can work it out for the people, for the Canadian people and the American people. Thinking, so you got here like Medusa, and I dig it. Thank you. Yeah, I did. I did something different to the hair. I like big hair, so this gives me big hair. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Doggrass, the reciprocal tariffs are not reasonable. That's what Trump is pushing for. I get it. Listen. I'm Team Trump. He got my vote. I'm just saying, hey, we gotta work with him. I have faith. Better days are to come. I have that faith. Better days are to come. We're going through growing pains. Thank you, Dr. DJ, for being an awesome mod. Thank you. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Like, share, subscribe. Hola. Mexico been kind of quiet. That's the only woman in the game. She's what the Mexico president is a woman. I haven't heard her really say anything, but it seems like I think Mexico and the U.S. are kind of playing well together right now. Canada, like, F you. I'm not doing that. So listen, Linda, listen. Every cause has a reaction, right? Every cause has a reaction. So on that note, listen, y'all have a wonderful day, you beautiful people. Uh, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the link on my other videos in the description for my products out there to help with mental health, coloring books, journals, all of that. Y'all, don't be afraid to drop a comment also on my videos after they post, because I love to respond. I do respond. I'll heart and, say something back. So definitely feel free to let me know your thoughts regarding anything that I've said. If I did not get to your comment because I was driving and there's so many of them, Lord knows how many people came through on this live. I usually don't know how many people came through on the live until I hit end, and it's usually like a big number. So, so I do apologize if I did not get to your comment. But if I didn't and you got a question for me, once the video posts, go into my comments, you know, drop your comment and I will certainly respond back to you. But in the meantime, like, share, subscribe. Take care of yourselves and one another. Heavy on the take care of yourself, because so often we taking care of everybody and neglecting ourselves and nobody taking care of us. So take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Do something that's going to put a smile on your face. That's today's homework. And until next time, and thank you, virtuous woman. Thank you, Dr. J. I'm not sure if Yvonne was in here, but thank you for my awesome mods. Thank you all. Please, y'all treat my mods nice. Listen, just treat my mods nice. They don't be wanting to get rid of y'all, but listen, they gotta do what they gotta do to keep the show going. This is a peaceful environment, and it's just about everyone having their say, but being respectful at it at the same time. So that's it. I said, great mod, seeing you working. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I appreciate my mods so much. They be working hard. Especially when I had talked this politics stuff. My other content, they don't have to work as hard. But when I get there and talk about the president, Lord, they be working. I know they be like, oh my God, it's going to be another rough day at work. It's going to be another rough day at work. But I appreciate them, because you all know, with moderators on channels, just a service, a volunteer type service. I don't mod for nobody channel. So listen, big ups to them. I've never been anyone's moderator before, so I do see the hard work that you all put in. DJ Virtuous DJ, in my description, but the back in my back channel, you can see my email, chicspeakslive@gmail.com. If you want to email me, you can send me an email. If you want to reach me, virtuous woman, she'll email me if she has messages to give me centered around my content. So Dr. J, email me, chicspeakslive@gmail. And you should be able to see my email in my back channel where you see all my videos. Go back there. There should be a link where you can see my actual email address. Thank you, Virtuous. She dropped the link for my main channel, my big channel. Thank you, Virtuous. So that's my email. If you guys want to email me, have something that you're wanting to bring to my attention, or want me to bring out here to you all to talk to you about, you can email me, or also, again, drop a comment on the video. But Dr. J, definitely feel free to email me if you want to send me messaging about anything that you do pertaining to, like, being my mod, because I talk to virtuous woman all the time. So reach out to a sister, reach out. But on that note, I'm gonna let you beautiful people go. Have a wonderful day. Peace and love.